Welcome everyone, welcome. These are your quiz corrections. Make sure you do have a different color ink than what you took the quiz in. Might recommend a nice shade of green or purple. It's nice for this type of season. Anyway, so for me, I'm going to go with plain old black. That's here. All right, so we're finding volume. Remember, for volume of your rectangular prism, it's the area of the base times the height. So hopefully you can see the base there is this rectangle. So I would do 3 times 10, and the height goes straight up and down, and that would be a 2. So we're just going to multiply. 3 times 10 is 30. 30 times 2, hello, 60. It is volume, so it's how many cubes? So it's 60 meters cubed. All right. For this one, we're finding the missing measurement. If I multiply 10 times 9, I get 90. And I know when I multiply, I'm going to get 360. So the question here is what can you multiply 90 by? All right, to get an answer of 360. And yeah, it's 4. So 4 centimeters is our width there. So no problem if we're using mental math to go along with it. We just want to make sure we understand where it's coming from. All right, so we're back to finding volume. So area of the base. So I see the base here as 12 by 3.5. All right, so even if I want to draw in that dotted line to kind of see it there. So I'm going to do 12 times 3.5, but then I need to multiply times the height. And my height here is straight up and down, so that's 5 1/7. Even if you saw this as a base, you would still use 3.5 times 5 1/7, and then times it by 12. It's still going to be the exact same thing. So to multiply with mixed numbers, we need improper fractions. So that means it's going to be a 12 over a 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus the 1 is 7, so it is 7 halves. And again, we multiply. 7 times 5 is 35, plus the 1 is 36, so we've got 36 sevenths. So we've got improper fractions. Now we're looking for cross division. All right, so we do have some nice cross division here, like 7. 7 goes into 7 one time. We can take one group out. That's nice. I'm going to use the 2 with the 12. All right, I could go to 2 with the 36, but I'm going to go with the 12 here. So I could take out one group there. I could take out 6 groups there. So all I'm left with is 36 times 6. So yeah, come off to the side. 6 times 6, 36. And 6, 3, 18, 21. 216. All right, so I have 216. And I don't have any units of measurement here, so you would just say units and then cubed. It is all over a 1, and anything divided by a 1 doesn't change it. So there we are. All right, question number 4, we're naming it there. The first thing I do notice is wrapping around it are all rectangles, so I know it's a prism. And then what's the shape on the top and the bottom, which is the same? Well, it's a 5-sided shape, so that makes it a pentagon. So it is a pentagonal prism. All right, faces. Faces are your flat surfaces. So I've got one that's on the bottom there. I've got one that's on the top. Wrapping around it, since it's a pentagon, that means there's 5 that are wrapping around it there. So 5 plus the 1 on top and the 1 on the bottom, that makes 7. Edges. Edges I can just kind of connect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going up, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at the top, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Remember, you can shorten it up by saying because it's a pentagon, there's 5 on the bottom, 5 on the top, 5 that are connecting, 5 times 3, 15. Your vertices are your corners. So again, if you wanted to draw them in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it is a pentagon. Then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means 5 more, so that is a 10. All right. Some of you guys just kind of reversed your numbers around. Be careful of that. All right, and let's see here. Dimensions, if the volume is 40. So if the volume is 40, that means when I multiply the area of the base times the height, I need to get 40. So a lot of options here. The main thing here is that when you multiply, you need to get an answer of 40. So 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 4 is your 40. That works. Again, a lot of different possibilities that are here. The main thing is your 3 numbers need to multiply together to give you 40. And now we're just naming here. So I'm noticing I've got triangles that are wrapping around it. So I do know it is going to be a pyramid. What type of pyramid? Well, I look at the base and I go, my, that's a fine looking square. So we're going to call it a square pyramid. All right. In this particular shape there, I can see all the rectangles, so I know it's going to be a prism. So when I look at the 2 matching bases, because that's the difference between a pyramid and a prism. Prism's got a base on the top and the bottom, whereas a pyramid just has a base on its bottom. I notice it's a hexagon, 6 sides. So I would say a hexagonal prism. All right. So there are your corrections. Like I said, hopefully you did it in a different color ink. You can show that to me. We can get you the practice paper, and we can get you eligible to do your retake.